Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome to Post Cologne. Today we're taking a look at Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort. Alright, so Mughal Fort is from the House of Lattafa. It's from their Niche Emarati line, and you can pick this bad boy up for $70 at various discounters. Links will be down in the description if you decide you want to check this one out. Also have some coupon codes. Save yourself $5 off your first purchase at a couple different discounters if you decide you want to shop with them. Presentation on this, pretty nice. The Niche Emarati line, they've really stepped it up with their box presentations and their bottles. Pretty plain cardboard box, but it is a nice thick cardboard, has this nice kind of metal plaque on the front. It is a unique box in terms of how it opens up like so to reveal our fragrance bottle sitting right in the middle there. And this nice kind of little podium. There is some like ribbons on the side so this doesn't come flying apart. So overall, box presentation, very nice. From my understanding and some research I've done, the Mughal is like an Indo-Islamic style of architecture, and I believe that's what they're going for here with the Mughal Fort, and I'm probably pronouncing that wrong as well, but really nice bottle, a very unique style of bottle, very, very heavy, thick metal style of bottle with this one that has some nice kind of, you know, window panes in here, some nice decorative elements to it, and that kind of nice little peak to it. I don't know much about architecture, so a nice looking bottle overall. Nice thick heavy cap to this one, and the atomizer on this sucker, really quite nice. Good distribution, nice wide sprays on this, so we'll definitely get the job done. So overall, presentation on this did not disappoint. So if you were wondering what Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort smells like, you've come to the right place, because I'm about to tell you. Some of the notes listed in this are a cardamom, pimento, caramel, cedarwood, vanilla, musk, and amber. So let me tell you what I get from this fragrance. In the opening, you get a nice, interesting medley of those spices. So that cardamom comes through, but this pimento that's in there adds that spicy element to it, but it's a nice kind of aromatic spice to it. So it's soft, gentle, but it still has that spiciness to it. The cardamom has like a tea-like quality to it, mixing with this vanilla that's in the base and a lot of musk that comes through. So it's a very soft, gentle, almost elegant style of opening. Just a really beautiful combination of that muskiness, the spiciness, and those sweet accords coming through. Very soft, very gentle. Little kiss of that caramel comes through, so you do have some additional sweetness coming from that caramel, but really the star of the show in that opening is that aromatic pimento that comes through with that kind of vanilla musk that's in the base. As this works towards the mid and the dry down, the spiciness kind of tucks in a little bit more behind that muskiness, and this becomes a very vanilla, musky, ambery style of fragrance, but maintains that soft, gentle nature to it. So like I said, a very elegant style of scent DNA that goes on. The cedarwood in here is sort of there, but it's not a very cedar forward note that comes through. It kind of mixes with that cardamom, adding a little bit of kind of airy spice, again with the pimento as well. So it just has a light, uplifting, aromatic spice that works in there, and a nice kind of blanket, cozy, comfy style of vanilla musk that's in here. So like I said, nice balance of sweetness, nice balance of those spices coming through, and the texture from this, just that aromatic, soft gentleness, that's basically what you're getting from this fragrance. So if you're into that kind of gentle, soft style of scent DNA, this is something you're gonna wanna check out. In terms of unisex, I do think this is a unisex fragrance. Because of the muskiness and the vanilla that comes through, it does kind of lean to the feminine side in my personal opinion. Everybody's different, everybody's gonna enjoy things, you know, their own kind of scent profiles, but I do find that vanilla muskiness that's towards the dry down does lean onto the feminine side. But I've worn this a handful of times, and it's, you know, you can pull it off as a unisex fragrance. But like I said, if you're more into the kind of more rugged, overly spicy, overly woody style of fragrances as a male out there, this might not be for you. I do think the ladies would enjoy this one, but I do think the gentlemen could as well. So just let you know, buyer beware. I do think this is a unisex fragrance, leaning a little bit on the feminine side, but an absolutely beautiful scent profile. So when it comes to the performance of Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort, pretty good performance on this one. I get about an hour and a half to 2 hours of pretty solid projection. It is a soft style of scent accord that's going on to it, so it doesn't feel like this is pushing off too much because it does have that gentle nature, but it does go beyond an arm's length, and you do leave a nice scent trail that's going on, and it does kind of linger in behind you. When I wore this a few times, I had some people say that, hey, were you just down that hallway? And it's like, yes, I was. It's like, oh, I could smell you. So this does push off fairly good for the first hour and a half, 2 hours before it does settle back in. In terms of longevity, this does last a decent amount of time. I get about 7-8 hours off of skin, and when I got some on my clothing, I could smell it in the laundry hamper a few days later. Like, this does stick to the clothing fairly well, and it does last on skin fairly well. So overall, with performance, I am pretty pleased. So when it comes to the where and when, I think Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort would be most appropriate. Fall and spring style of fragrance through and through. I think that soft, sweet muskiness, the vanilla that comes through with that hint of spice just lends itself to those moderate, mild style of temperatures and just has that kind of fall spring vibe. More of a sort of a spring vibe, I would say. Just the soft, comfy coziness to this, just kind of, it has that lightness to it that just kind of gives me that spring sort of vibe. But because of those spices that are mixed in there, it also kind of gives me that fall sort of vibe as well. So either one of those seasons in those kind of temperature ranges, I think that's where this one does best. Don't think this would push through the cold, even though it has that sweetness, that comforting nature to it. I just don't think it's strong enough to kind of push through those cold days. And in the summer, I think the musky sweetness that's in here would be a little bit too much in the high heat. You could probably get away with it, but I think you'd be pushing it. Like I said, fall and spring is where I think this one would do best. In terms of occasions, I think this is a very versatile fragrance. I think you could wear this to the office, you can wear this casually out running errands, but it has that kind of elegance to it as well that you could dress this one up and totally get away with it. So in terms of occasions, I think this is a very versatile fragrance. So overall, like I said, kind of mild to moderate temperatures and a very versatile across occasions. So my overall thoughts on Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort. I think they did a fantastic job of this. The quality of the Niche Emarati line continues to impress me. You can tell they are using better ingredients. They're going for that kind of niche level price point and scent profile, and I think they are achieving that with the Mughal Fort. In terms of the scent profile itself, I really enjoy the kind of the unique side of this with that pimento note. You don't catch the pimento note in a lot of fragrances, and I think with the mix of that soft vanilla muskiness with the cardamom, that kind of tea-like cardamom, with that aromatic pimento, I think it just adds like a certain level of interest and kind of intrigue that goes on to it that makes this an appealing fragrance and an interesting scent DNA. So if you're into that kind of soft vanilla muskiness with hints of spice, I think you're going to enjoy this one. And me personally, I do enjoy this one. But that's being said, I do think, like I said before, this is unisex, leaning on the feminine side. So this is not something I'm going to reach for all the time. If I'm in like, I want to wear like a masculine fragrance, this is definitely something I will not be reaching for, because this does not have that kind of masculinity that you might be looking for, or even sort of that gentlemanly vibe. But like I said, leans a little bit on the feminine side with that vanilla muskiness that comes through in the dry down. So just, if you're a man out there and you're looking for something a little bit more on the masculine side, I'd steer clear of this. But the ladies out there, I do think the ladies out there will definitely enjoy this one. And like I said, not disappointed with the performance. I think you get decent performance off of this. And I think in terms of occasions, very versatile and a fall spring fragrance that you're definitely going to enjoy if you're into that soft, musky, little hints of spice and some caramel in there. This might be something you want to check out. That's Lattafa's Niche Emarati Mughal Fort. And I want to hear from you guys. What's another Lattafa Niche Emarati fragrance that I should be trying out? Comment down below. I love hearing from you guys. I love getting your different recommendations, your hidden gems, your different taste and scent profiles. Appreciate you. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all next time.